Do you feel frustrated when you sometimes miss out on the grants that are available for your organisation? I have found that when working with not-for-profits and social enterprises, I recommend 6 areas of planning even before you prepare your application. So the first area is making sure you have a grant team. Now, this team might just be you. And if that's the case, have a colleague or a mentor or somebody that you can have a sounding board with your application. And of course, making sure that you contact the funder and have a conversation with them about your applications. Now, if you have a team, make sure that you have a grant process and strategy in place so that everybody knows what they need to do. And it's all in place and they can follow it easily. So number 2 is have a very clear vision and strategic plan about what your organisation is trying to achieve. And from that, you create actions that can be translated into projects that implement that strategic direction. Now, from your strategic plan, create a project wish list. Those sorts of projects that can actually implement what you're trying to achieve. And those projects then can become a grant application or another form of revenue stream. Number 3, make sure that you have a grants resource folder. Now, in that folder, you need to have information and data. Information about your organisation, about its capability, about the people able to deliver the project, any information on team members, their bios, photographs, information about the organisation itself, its legal status. All of that information needs to go into the folder. Make sure you include budget information so that you know what you're funding for. Pre-plan for writing your application. Make sure you include your evaluation methodology, any data or research on the target groups that you're aiming for, or the issues that you're trying to address. Number 4, your project management tools. Make sure that you have a clear project management tool, whether it be paper or digital, that everyone knows how to use. And you can use it in actually preparing your application as well as implementing the project once you get that funding. Okay, and number 5 is checking the grant directories. There are a number of directories out there. Every state government has their own directory. The federal government has directories for you to check, and those directories are relevant for not-for-profits in all sorts of different sectors, as well as social enterprises could access the not-for-profit ones, and some social enterprises can access business grant directories, depending on the legal structure. And ourcommunity.com and many, many more. So make sure you access directories and choose those grants that are relevant to your organisation. Put together a table of those grants that are relevant so that you can always go back to it. And then the last planning area is creating a calendar, a grants calendar. So you've got your list of all those grants that are relevant to your organisation, then create your calendar. And with that calendar, time when the grant is due, and then backcast to when you need to start your planning in preparation to meet that deadline. So I wish you all the best in planning for your grant applications, even before you apply for them. And if you want to know more about the application process and the language that you really need to use for success to win those grants, and to also manage the projects and to come up with outcomes that the funders are really, really drawn towards, then come along to our grant workshop online next Thursday, November the 17th. So click on the link if you want to join us. Until then, wishing you all the best with your grants. Bye for now.